this month for it. In this next topic, we haven't taken a look at Tesla pricing recently, but we're going to analyze some of the pricing between the Model 3 and the Model Y. And there is some big differences from last month because Tesla has added a lot of inventory vehicles, but what we're really going to be looking at is the cheapest variant of each trim across the Model 3 and Model Y and compare it between the both of them to see what type of differences we can see in terms of the pricing for each of the models. To really compare, is it worth it to go up to a more expensive vehicle or go up to the Model 3 versus the Model Y and take a look at how much you're going to be paying for each of those vehicles. So let's take a look at it. But if you're just joining in, my name is Dennis. I love talking about Tesla hacking, so definitely hit that subscribe if you're interested. So here are the prices on the screen. You can quickly click pause or we're going to come right back to it. But here is what I am looking at. I'm going to waitingfortesla.com, which is my favorite inventory tracking website to see all the different demo discounted inventory that is out there. Shout out to TJ and the team. This is a third-party aggregator site, so you can take a look at it, see what prices are actually out there, and then click down the reserve button. Make sure, of course, you have a Tesla referral code to get that extra $500 to $1,000 off. Make sure you get the green check mark and then go ahead and place the deposit. But what I did was I took every single trim level for each of the Model 3 and the Model Y, and I compared it to see, including the $7,500 federal tax credit and of course including the $500 referral credit to see what are the prices between the two of them. And there was definitely some big changes from the last month when we did this in July. There was some $2,000 to $3,000 price changes in terms of what was the cheapest that you could get in inventory for the Model 3 and the Model Y, but you can see it right here on the screen. To kind of walk you through this, Model 3 standard range rear-wheel drive adjusted after the tax credit and referral credit, you have an adjusted price of $29,420. Taking a look at the Model Y standard range all-wheel drive, not versus the Model 3 rear-wheel drive, you can see after the tax credit and the referral credit, your price is going to be $35,920 in inventory. So you can see there is a $6,500 difference between the Model 3 standard range and the Model Y standard range. Now, of course, the Model Y is a bigger vehicle, and on top of that, the Model Y standard range is all-wheel drive, but that's a little bit tough. I mean, that's essentially 20% more that you're paying for the vehicle to get the bigger vehicle and all-wheel drive. So some might think that's worth it. Others might not think that's worth it. Of course, this is not factoring in any sort of state incentives like California has today, a $2,000 rebate, but of course that has been running out of money and will be ending on September 5th. So just be aware of some of those things, of course, but these are factoring in the $500 Tesla referral credit, just like the one down below in the description, where you can get anywhere from $500 to $1,000 off. So definitely check out that link down below in the description. But taking a look at the long range variants, there was big swings here because Tesla has a little bit of a issue with Model 3 and Model Y inventory. You can see Model 3 long range MSRP $43,420. or price of it, $43,420 in inventory price, and adjusted price after the tax credit and referral, $35,420. Look at the long range variant though. Inventory price $45,440 as the lowest price in inventory for the Model Y, and adjusted price $37,440 for only a $2,000 difference. I would say that is 100% worth it to pay basically 5% more for arguably way more vehicle. That would say that would be worth it to go from the Model 3 long range to the Model Y long range. Unless you're like a sports car junkie, you want that lower suspension, you want like a sedan of some sort, then that could make some sense in that area. But I think really getting the Model Y long range is the thing to buy when you compare it against the Model 3 long range. Taking a look at the Model 3 performance versus the Model Y performance, you can see that there is a almost $5,000 difference between the Model 3 performance and the Model Y performance. Really $39,920 versus a purchase price of $44,860 for the Model Y performance. Of course, both of these vehicles are the cheapest one as found in inventory, and both of these vehicles are factoring in the Tesla referral credit, just like the one down below in in the description to get that extra $500 off. So really this one's a tough one because if you're a performance junkie, then I would say maybe the Model 3 Performance makes a lot of sense because saving $5,000, which could be used on a lot of upgrades, suspensions, and things like that for the Model 3 Performance could make sense. But if I guess you want the most baddest Model Y you can personally get, then spending that extra $5,000 could make some sense. But you can clearly see which vehicle right here is the better deal, and that of course is going to be the Model 3 Performance. So to sum it all up, Model 3 standard range is a better deal, Model Y long range is the better deal, and then Model 3 Performance I would say personally is the better deal. But let me know what your thoughts are. Let me know what you're thinking. This was basically a Tesla pricing analyzed between both of the vehicles. Which one are you looking to purchase? And also which one are you maybe even have a deposit on order with? I mean, right now, this is probably the best time in terms of the cadence of the month because we've got 3 to 4 days left in the month of August. So all the different inventory vehicles, all the different discounted vehicles are going to be posted, but really going to your local Tesla center, talking to an advisor to see which inventory could be out there available for you is going to be the best variant. But we're going to lock these prices in, and of course we're going to do this next month because next month is going to be a very interesting time because next month is the last month of the quarter, which is September. So I would imagine all the different incentives and all the different promotions are going to get released, especially because if we take a look at this Tesla inventory tracking chart from Tesla-info, remove the Model S and the Model X, you can see that we've got plenty of Model Y inventory and plenty of Model 3 inventory. So definitely some pretty interesting stuff. On top of that, we've got, of course, this Model 3 Highland that is supposedly coming out in this near future. Every single day we get some sort of render, teaser, or vehicle that's been shown on the road. And this is the latest one from RIVIAN Designs, which they've taken in the notes and designed the rear bumper and the front bumper to really show a very sleek vehicle. If this vehicle, from what people are saying, is going to be coming out in September 15th or 30th, if it actually comes out, it is certainly going to have some sort of Osborne effect, and all the Model 3s that are in inventory are going to have an effect on Tesla. Maybe Tesla will have to do some sort of incentive or some sort of promotion to clear them out. But let me know what your thoughts on it. Let me know what you're thinking. We're going to jump into the live stream comments, but before we do that, this video is actually sponsored by my Patreon link. If you're looking for someone to ask some questions about how to get the best deal on Tesla or even the best financing rate, you can get that at my Patreon link down below in the description. And after you join, you can even schedule a phone call with me where we can go over your exact buying situation to get the best financing and the best deal. And after you join, you get a link to my buying guide, which is the ultimate Tesla buying guide out there with all the best interest rates for financing your Tesla. So definitely check out Patreon link down below in the description.